this stream coming back is going to be quite interesting. It will be yet another Joy-Con customization stream. This time we're doing something quite special. These are actually T&D's Joy-Cons, aka the voice of Petey. So for this stream, we'll be customizing them to be Super Famicom designed. Now I'm currently using my older phone for this because I just got a new one, so to make it easier, I'll pull up the chat on my phone so I can see what you guys are saying. Alright, so let's see what is going on. Just adjust the camera a little bit. You can see my snow globe collection, and you can see this GameCube controller. It's a LodgeNet one. So yeah, we'll be customizing these Joy-Cons to look like Super Famicom controllers. You can see that I have the Mini here just for show. And I'll move that out of the way since I have more working space. But you can get an idea of what the controller is like. It's different than the American one. Ducky Snow Globe, or Duck Snow Globe, that's actually a pelican. I thought you were referring to this Rainforest Cafe one. This one's interesting. I got this about a decade ago, 2013. That Pepsi is Pepsi Twist. It is exclusive to some countries. I know it's in Greece. Might be in others, but they used to have it in the US. Not so much anymore. So we also are trying out these new analog sticks. They're known as the Hall Effect ones. I've never used these before. So I'm gonna give these a try, see how they are. And yeah, we'll go from here. These are gonna look really cool. I've done some Super Nintendo themed ones, but not Super Famicom. And this is all for the voice of Petey, so that makes it good. He's asking for Joy-Con modification, and he was the one who yelled at me for modding my Super Famicom Classic Edition. Really goes to show his personality. Yasas Kami JK007 Tikanis vre. Evening, it's been quite a while. Yeah, it has been. Although, good news, I just finished the audio for the Everybody Want to Switch video. So, that's going to be fun. I'm going to start off with the left one here. It's from Extreme Rate as always. Although T&D got these. So, yeah. If you want to get the best Joy-Con shells and customization materials, get them from Extreme Rate. They offer so many different designs and colors, and you can get a discount at their store by using the code DEMEECH, which is quite awesome. And the quality is just unmatched. I've used other Joy-Con shells before, and these are easily the best. I'll show you another design. This one is the Extreme Green, and what's cool about this one is by holding this, SL and SR, you can actually turn on LEDs. You're going to have to use an LED mod, but it's pretty easy to set up, or you could just do the shell just like without the LEDs. Yes, those are going to be the Hall analog sticks. First time doing it. So we're going to start off with the left one. And it comes with a D-pad too. Banana. Of course Jay Plays would say that. Yeah, the European Super Nintendo is essentially just a Super Famicom, but with a different, or it's the same design, but with the Super Nintendo name. I don't know what the heck that is, what we got in North America. So let's see if I can actually zoom in. Oh, cool! I did not know you could actually zoom in. The touch sensitivity, I don't know what is going on there, but that is cool. There we go. You can actually see the modification process now. Perfect. So we're just going to zoom in a little more. There we go. Perfect. LEDs do affect the battery life. I don't think it's going to affect it much, considering that when you play the Switch, you're probably just going to put them in the dock or have them attached, so you don't really run out of battery. But let's see, how long will it affect it for? Okay, this one is being a little bit finicky. That's okay though. We're not going to use the tri-wing screws. The kit comes with the Phillips head. How does 1-2 Switch get a sequel before Super Mario Odyssey? Because Super Mario Odyssey is a game nobody remembers and it has too many flaws, too many moons. No, in all seriousness, the story behind this 1-2 Switch sequel is that apparently it has, or it was in development for quite some time and it's probably finished, but it was so bad when Nintendo playtested it that they never released it. And apparently they made physical copies but didn't know what to do with it. So, considering that there's no trailer and there's barely any screenshots, it goes to show Nintendo is very confident about this. Meets rig everything. Alright, let's see. So the Joy-Con scratch test. You can see scratches at a level 3, with deeper grooves at a level 4. And these were already scratched up anyway. Let's see how many times I've done this. Okay. Purple, gold, silver. Probably over a dozen. Maybe 20. Yeah, if you want Kirby-themed Joy-Cons, just send me a message on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to do it. No, sir, I don't like it. Not a good idea to have a horse mascot. Okay, so you just open it up like that. Always a good idea to remove the battery before anything else. Email me at dememes99@gmail.com for the Kirby Joy-Cons. I mean Joy-Con, or I meant Yoshi-themed Joy-Con shells. I could do that. Just thinking of doing that, maybe making some Wario and Waluigi-themed ones. Alright. Let me just move this over a little bit. There we go. Beating a dead horse. Nintendo is beating a dead horse. Yeah, and I will when I start talking about the game. Oh, Dimitri's beating a dead horse again. It's usually when I talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But Nintendo has not fixed the game, or Game Freak. At this point, I just don't care about the terminology. Zoom out a little bit more. Okay, I don't think the screws are like magnetic, but it should just lift up without a problem. Plot twist, the game is a masterpiece. Do you think that Everybody 1-2 Switch is actually going to be a masterpiece? Or how likely do you think that could be? I mean, with Tears of the Kingdom, I was skeptical about it, but I'm not really surprised it turned out amazing. But 1-2 Switch, Everybody 1-2 Switch being a masterpiece, the fact that it doesn't even have a trailer is quite telling about Nintendo's confidence in the game. Yeah, like I said, quite finicky sometimes, but you just gotta work around it. There we go. Screws should just come out like that, and I'll just put them aside. I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are a lost cause. I mean, it's been like, what, it's been over half a year, I think. And they haven't done anything to fix the game. You know, talking about Pokemon and Everybody 1-2 Switch, apparently they didn't release the game because they thought that it would damage the reputation of Nintendo as a good developer. But I am wondering, I'm honestly curious, if Pokemon, they released that last year and had no problem doing so, how could Everybody 1-2 Switch, what is it doing that is apparently so bad that it could damage the reputation? You gotta have something like on the level of Pac-Man, Atari 2600, or E.T. for that. I think it's probably a good idea to just remove the ribbon cables. For the situations where you play the Switch in tabletop multiplayer, I think I'm willing to put up with a D-pad for the convenience of playing single-player games, but if the opportunity arises, I just use the D-pad like the buttons. I don't know what's going on with this screwdriver. It's like lost its magnetic thing. So there's probably a word for that, but did not learn it for this. Is anyone excited for 1-2 everybody 1-2 switch? Oh, you might be surprised when I post my video about it. Yeah, modding a 3DS is easy. It's a lot of steps, but it's totally worth doing. 1-2 Switch was a very weird game. I played it once, and it just doesn't have much in terms of replay value. Interesting concept, but not a very good game. Would you go to jail for modding a 3DS? Yeah, no, you wouldn't go to jail. You'd go to federal prison. You'd go to Guantanamo Bay. No, you're gonna be fine. The only area that's iffy is ROMs, but modding itself, perfectly fine. Alright, T&D's Joy-Cons adrift. We don't need you anymore. Eat the flies! It's from the Pinocchio remake. Alcatraz for emulation. Cody would probably support that. Okay, I think I'm going to need to work in tandem with a more powerful magnetic screwdriver, even though it's too large to... Or, I don't even think I have the bit for it. Let's see where it could have gone. I don't understand Nintendo. It's like they took down the eShop, yet they're taking down Homebrew. I guess to show how overprotective they are of their IPs. Although, believe it or not, Disney is still worse. Now, usually I'd remove the rumble motor first, but I didn't in this case, but it's still fine. Okay, this is going to be the fun part. So we're going to start off with this part of the shell. We got a D-pad instead of the 4 buttons. Alright, so we got the Super Famicom buttons. I believe we also have them for the set that has like the 4 buttons, so if you want to use those, you definitely can. But the D-pad is just so much better. Rayman saved you from 1-2 Switch. That is funny. Trash or treasure 1-2 Switch. I think the real challenge would actually be getting someone to play it. It's multiplayer only. So I did a live stream customizing Joy-Cons before. It was the jelly buttons. And since those buttons took a little bit of work to put in, just needed some filing just to smooth them out a little bit. Did take longer, but things are going pretty smoothly here. I'm at a point where I pretty much memorized how to customize Joy-Cons, like it's like riding a bike. Which I don't know how to do, sadly. Oh no. Nah, I know how to ride a bike. Though riding a unicycle, that'd be fun. Be like SpongeBob. We just get the rubber covers, put them in from there. You don't even need a new one for the D-pad. Bam. Alright, let's see how long this stream's been. Like 15 minutes? Look at that. We're almost done. That is awesome. And we'll have a D-pad on our Switch. I've been doing these D-pad mods and I can't go back. For some of them, they don't have the D-pads. That's different. Like the color-changing ones, I have a set that's from green to purple. Fortunately, no D-pads there. Just put in the right thing later on. Alright. See which way it goes in. This, think we can put this back in. And just screw it back on just to secure it in place. Soshi, good to see you. Always good to see you, Soshi. Yeah, it is it's a pain when there's... The magnet thing is not working on the screwdriver. Because these screws are small. Actually, you know what? I believe the set came with a screwdriver, so I think it's just time to replace it. Let's see, do I have a bit that is better? Let's see. Okay, good. I have an extra bit, so this one is not working, but the other one is. Soshi, I just got back from Greece. I have not thought of the title card yet, but thank you for reminding me. There's this one guy who keeps on asking me, do Trash or Treasure episode on Master of Disguise. And considering how persistent he is, you know what? At some point, I might do it. But that's a video I've wanted to maybe consider doing, but I heard the game is not good. But that is perfect for Trash or Treasure, since we cover games that aren't good anyway. Like Switch Sports, the game that doesn't let you use the leg strap. We're also definitely going to be doing Everybody 1-2 Switch. Alright, I'm just going to make sure it aligns properly. Okay, just made sure. Knew what I was doing. I remembered it, but just always make sure. Pepsi Twist is great. That is one of my favorite drinks. It's only available in Greece, though. I brought the can back as a souvenir. Okay, this is secure in place. Just got a little bit of sunlight coming in. So we're gonna probably use a Hall Effect sticks now. Zoom out just a little bit. Why did Nintendo shut down the online stores for Wii U and totally canceled Game Boy Advance? What about Game Boy Advance? Because they're putting Game Boy Advance games on the Switch, but the others, I guess it just wasn't profitable anymore. Okay, see, these are brand new to me. These look nice. They look like the other analog sticks, but let me see how they feel. That's gonna be... Okay, these feel really good. They were kind of expensive. I wasn't paying for them though, T&D was. But these feel nice. Look at that. Yeah, we are using tweezers. The ultimate test is going to be seeing how they function, but considering how they feel, my hopes are high. And they just go in like the other analog sticks do. We had one of the rubber covers fall off, but that's okay. We just put that back in. We just get the ribbon cable, secure it in place. Seems to be a little larger, but that's okay. Alright, just put this in. Alright, perfect. And now it's just a matter of screwing back on the analog stick. Same process, but these ones do not drift. You know, I am wondering how much it would be to get these in bulk. Considering that they work, I might just redo all my Joy-Cons. See, there was a solution to the problem. Nintendo just didn't want to fix it. Okay, everything is secure in place. You just got to put back in the minus button. Yeah, I haven't updated my 3DS because of it. I don't even want to think about that. Ribbon cables are a pain enough. Although I will say soldering is even more of a pain than ribbon cables. Yep, we fixed the drift. They have Hall effect analog sticks now, which fix the drift. I'll show you what the packaging looks like since you just arrived here. Good to see you, J to the P Moreno. Hall sensing joysticks for Joy-Cons. These eliminate the drift, and considering I felt them and the analog sticks felt really good, like they felt very secure and they didn't feel like the regular Switch ones, I'm pretty confident that these will be really good. I haven't updated my 3DS yet, but I would not do it in the current state. Ribbon cables are only easy when it comes to Arcade 1-Up. Did you mod your Arcade 1-Up, or what happened with that? I've never heard of ribbon cables being used for that before. I have custom NES Joy-Cons. We are doing the successor, Super Nintendo. I want to do the Game Boy ones. Also, another thing, the material used for these is just incredible. For the shells, feels really good. Like it's a soft plastic. I made these black Joy-Cons that have Super Famicom buttons, kind of to look like the new 3DS. And they just feel incredible. Okay, let's see. Could adjust this a little better. There we go. It's just a single ribbon cable. What did you just say the website was to get them? Extreme Rate. And what's cool is that if you buy from their store, use the code DEMEECH and you'll get a discount. What's Super Mario World 9? Is it that Adventure Island hack on the NES? I think it would be that. Yeah, you're watching Surgery of a Joy-Con. And these are T&Ds. Petey the Parrot is getting new Joy-Cons. Super Mario World 9 is a Game Boy game? Is it new? Some bootleg games are relatively new, like those Russian Mario ones. Okay. Just make sure that's in properly. ExtremeRate.com. Watch my Joy-Con customization shorts, and I'll have it linked in the description. Petey is not here. I invited him on the stream, but I don't think he wanted to join or could join. Alright, we got the right one here. And now, we just got to add in the middle portion for the ZR button. Although, considering how similar they are, nah, we're going to go with this one. Honestly, I just call it the Switch 2. There's a spring. You guys, I'd highly recommend getting some Joy-Con shells and customizing your Switch to be your very own. Been doing this for 2 years now, and I haven't looked back. Nintendo just announced some new Joy-Con colors, but they look kind of nice. They look like marshmallows, but at the same time, I don't like Nintendo's Joy-Cons for many reasons. The recent ones are just two mismatched colors. So let's say I wanted a full purple Switch. I can't do that. But when I customize it, I certainly can. I think that might be my next one I do. Or either that or the Caution Orange. Switch U. Did you guys watch Scott the Waz's first video about the Wii U? He's doing a multi-part series. Okay, let's see. Did I get it the first try? First try! Nice. I'd rather not dabble in the Joy-Con fixing or modding due to fear of ruining them. You know, I was initially a little bit intimidated by the process, but once you just follow the instructions and be patient and just learn to work around it, you'll do fine. Did take a while for my first customization, but it's actually quite easy to do. It is dealing with a lot of smaller parts, but just take your time, be patient, and it is so worth it. My favorite Joy-Con shells. I will get to those after I finish this one, because this is almost done. Just clicks into place. Perfect. And then you just screw it back into place. The big comfy couch on Switch U. Soshi, I'm honestly very concerned that you have access to my brain, because I was just thinking about the big comfy couch on Xbox. Although, did it come to your mind because Snapchat's Explore page had something about Lunette? I saw that and it reminded me of it. Yes, we love Katamari. How was it finding the game? Because initially I thought it'd be hard to find because Bandai Namco completely botched the launch of Pac-Man World Repack, but it was actually pretty easy to get. Although when I was at GameStop, the employee there, I asked, do you have a copy? And he's so insistent that they don't have it. Like, yeah, see our computer? Pre-order. I'm gonna put this together and I'll tell you about the pre-order story. Oh my gosh. But I got a copy, and he was wrong. He's not like Jeff Grubb, where he was right. He was absolutely wrong. Alright, let's see if this is in the right way. Yep. It's just a matter of screwing it in. Got games on your phone? Not really. I don't really game on my phone. That's what the Switch is for. Alright, we just assembled this, so it's just a matter of getting the new screws and putting everything into place. So let me just get two things. What are my favorite custom Joy-Cons? No question. A bit tired. These are the ones. These are the color changing chameleon green to purple ones. They don't have a D-pad, but at the same time, I just love the color of them so much. So these are my favorite. As for the pre-order story, this is the game I got. We Love Katamari Damacy, or it's not Katamari Damacy. That's the first one. That was just the name of the first game. It's like Super Mario Kart. The Super is only in that one. We Love Katamari Roll Revere. So this game, I decided to pick up at GameStop. They said they had a copy on the website, and I just asked for a copy. He's like, did you pre-order? No, I didn't pre-order. See, we don't have a copy of the game. And once you know it, they had a copy. They opened it for some reason, but I was going to open it anyway. And he was so insistent about pre-ordering, it was like a lecture. And I'm like, I just wanted to get We Love Katamari Re-Roll. I didn't want a lecture with that. But at least it didn't cost extra, it was free. So that was nice. And I'm enjoying the game so far, but it's Katamari. How can you not enjoy it? What is your mascot based on? Do you know the answer to the question, or is this something that you don't know yet? Everybody subscribe to Supersonic Galaxy. Oh, I almost forgot the battery. Now that would be a problem. And you'll know just by seeing the LED lights. And that just snapped into place. Sometimes it takes a little fiddling around, but that was instant. So, let's see, the name of the commenter? Mick Pizza Person was absolutely right. It comes from the Paukai alligator mascot for the claw machines. Toy Soldier comes to mind. And I don't know how I chose the mascot. I just thought it looked cool. And this was during 2019, so this was when my channel got 1,000 subscribers. So I was thinking of a sort of mascot, considering before it was just pictures of Mario. Like for Halloween, I remember one year, it was Mario wearing the pumpkin hat. And there was another one where it was Mario riding Plessy, and there was a Sprixie in the style of Super Mario Galaxy 2's artwork. But this mascot, it looked cool. That was pretty much the only reason why I had it. And another thing is that, you know, these claw machines are in the wild, and I thought it'd be funny using that mascot, and whenever someone saw it, they'd think, wait, Demeech is here? Like it's finding an Easter egg in a game, but in real life. But funny story about that. Okay, did Jimmy T get his phone back from you? Not quite. So essentially, there's a funny story about that claw machine. When I was in Greece, I was at this place getting, or I think it was lunch with my family, and there was this sort of like area that had claw machines and stuff like that. And I noticed one of them was that Paukai Toy Soldier claw machine. And I thought, okay, this is too funny. Out of all places, they have this claw machine here in Greece. And a lot of people say they go on vacation to find themselves. So I'm like, hey, I found Demeech. So I got some pictures and a video of the claw machine. And keep in mind, this is a very touristy part of Greece. And it's in public too. So pictures are pretty common. Everyone's taking pictures. And if you're in a public place, you can do it. But this lady just came up to me. Why you take picture? Why are you taking photos? I'm like, oh, I can speak Greek. But in this case, I did not want to show I was a local, so, oh, I'm just a tourist. It's for my YouTube channel, the alligator. I just told her the truth, and she's like, no, get out. And I said, okay, sorry, and then flipped her off. You know, maybe back then I would have been more respectful, but the older I get, I just realize I don't have patience for that kind of stuff. And it was a public place, too. So I'm assuming the reason why she was mad is because I had bootleg plush toys. But who cares? It's a public place. If it was a place like a museum or a church or something like that, yeah, I understand that. But you know what? If you are just gonna be like that for no reason, I don't care. I'll be rude back. I am a fan of claw machines. I use this one for summer. I think either one of the designs look good. Although the suit you can use more year round. Is that a reference to the banana on the wall? Alright, T&D, Joy-Con 1 is done. I don't know what to do with the shells now. I'm probably just going to put them in the recycle bin. I'll ask T&D. But this is where it's really going to start to look like the Super Famicom. So let's just put this out of the way. I'll keep the console here. controller like last time. Speaking of claw machines, will you ever reunite with the anthropomorphic firefighter dogs? In the wise words of Krusty the Clown, don't dream about me anymore, kid. I got a third-party Switch controller for $20 and it's a lot less terrible than I expected. I've noticed third-party controllers nowadays are actually really solid. We are long past the days of Mad Cats. If you guys grew up in the 2000s, you probably know what bad third-party controllers are like. But they're pretty solid now. They used to have all these weird, uncomfortable shapes, and they never felt right. But the ones now, they're almost indistinguishable. They do feel a little bit cheaper, but at the same time, it's because they are. You're paying like $40 for a controller compared to something along the lines of $70. Now I wanted to ask you guys, speaking of $70, do you feel like Tears of the Kingdom was worth $70? Because even though I'm really enjoying the game, I just can't get behind that. But, you know, at the same time, it is a great game. It is an annoyance. I don't like it. But I will say, if there's any game to price at $70, I guess that would be the one. Well, actually, no. The one that would be $70 is Everybody Want to Switch. Retro games are a little bit of a different story, Sochi. Prices fluctuate because they're not being made anymore. So it's all about supply and demand. $70 for Pokemon. Yup, the plug-and-play consoles not only did I have, but the Pac-Man one. The 2003 Jack's Pacific one with Pac-Man, Dig Dug Galaxian, Bosconian, and Rally X. That was my... Or no, yeah, it was Rally X. I was thinking of Pole Position. But that was the first console I played outside educational consoles. J. Tell the P. Moreno, that kind of worries me too. But it's usually my wife's boyfriend got me the game crowd who says that. I mean, I've made posts about that, but I'm just referencing, it's just a joke in the Switch era. My uncle was asking me about that because he saw the community post and I had to describe what the joke was. Because it's pretty common to make jokes about my wife's boyfriend when it comes to the Switch. Link's Awakening DX, that's a Game Boy Color one, right? Okay, so this one, ribbon cable is a little bit of a pain here because the ribbon cable is very short. Like Danny DeVito. So for this one, I'm just going to go off camera for a second just to make sure I'm precise and accurate because these are not my Joy-Cons. If they were mine, I'd take the risk, but these are Petey the Parrots. You don't have to get it for $70. Just go on eBay and you'll find it for less. Or Facebook Marketplace. If you're a smart shopper, you'll be fine. Yeah, by all means, I take requests for Trash or Treasure. So the good news is there aren't too many ribbon cables here. Kirby Avalanche, is that on SNES Online? I think it's on the Super Nintendo Mini. Could be wrong, though. These are actually OEM Joy-Cons. It is just so weird they're making a sequel to 1-2 Switch. Actually, these won't drift. We're fixing them with the Hall Effect analog sticks. Here's the package. Got these from Amazon. Crafted World is great. Very underrated game. Seems quite divisive, though. See, that's what having a bad soundtrack can do to a game. Just ruin the reputation of it. Doesn't matter how good it is, having a soundtrack that sounds like a kazoo. Do 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 do. Okay, Miss Umbra. Okay, someone hit it? I'm gonna try to show it. I'll read it anyway. Okay, I'm not a fan of the wife's boyfriend jokes purely because they boil down to man-children getting excited while they're... Okay, and keep in mind I'm not dating someone currently. It's just pure Tomorrow. If you're on Reddit, there's a subreddit called Tomorrow, which just makes jokes about Nintendo fanboys and stuff. There really hasn't been much to joke about this year, though, because Nintendo's put out some bangers. Okay, so we are not going to use any of the buttons, but we're going to use the rubber covers. Well, I shouldn't say any, because we're using the home button, but these ones, we don't need them. Just save them for a snack for later. So let's see where that plus button went. Okay, where did it go? It's probably stuck to the rubber cover. Oh, wait, it's not. There it is. So this is where it starts to look like the Super Famicom. So we got the shell here. It's actually identical to the Super Nintendo one, which makes sense because the layout is pretty much the same. The only difference is the buttons are purple on the Super Nintendo. I don't understand that. It's such a weird design. Like, the Super Nintendo looks blocky and has the purple and lavender buttons. It's so such a strange design. Don't get me wrong, I think it's fine, but it's nowhere near as elegant as a Super Famicom. Or if you're in Europe, you can say the Super Nintendo, or Australia. I would say Pac-Man World. Are we talking about design? Odyssey and ARMS are the only ones without sequels. Yeah, that is strange. I will be doing Yoshi's Island DS. I was working on it last year, but I got distracted. I'm a family guy. Ah, he said it. Good thing about color-coded buttons is it's really easy to tell where they go. And the cool thing is Extreme Rate offers these buttons for not just the Super Famicom style joysticks or Joy-Con controllers. They offer them for pretty much every color that's new, I think. Even the transparent ones, which is cool. So we were putting this together and putting in the rubber covers. And I don't want them to fall out, so you can kind of see what they're starting to look like now. Beautiful. Okay, is this in properly? I'm just going to redo it just to make sure. Oh, it was. Home button just drops in. Just put the clear rubber cover over that. I don't know why it's clear. They didn't make it clear why it's clear. Design-wise, it's OG Pac-Man art. Are we talking about the original Pac-Man in terms of Bally Midway? Like Red-Eyed Pac-Man? I don't think you're talking about that, but I'm just making sure. We gotta put in the dust cover. Here we go, and just make sure everything's in place. All right, looking good. Next video, I'm going to try to get it out either tomorrow or on Monday. I just finished the audio for the Everybody 1-2 Switch video, so it's just a matter of time until I release it. Are you guys off of school if you're in school now? Because if the summer's already here, I could just post videos whenever without having to account for school schedules or anything, so you guys can see the video. Because I know a lot of the audience is still in high school, so I accommodate for that when I post videos. So that's why on weekdays it'll be 3 o'clock. Weekends it'll be noon though. Nobody went to Switch? That's who's gonna buy it. I guess I'm nobody that, or now. I'm a nobody. You understand? Okay, is this one going in properly, or? Okay, that is weird. Okay, where to go? Oh, I put it in the wrong one. That's the problem. But where did the screw go is a question. Alright, just give me 1 second. Smash 4 is overhated? I understand that Smash Ultimate kind of made it obsolete, but who's hating on it? Okay, I found it. It got stuck to the rumble motor. That happens sometimes since there's a little bit of adhesive on it. Smash fans are Demeech. Many people are saying it's the worst Smash game. Well, I understand maybe because of content separated between the 3DS and Wii U game, but I think this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'll just say it anyway. I mean, it's a Demeech channel. Anything goes. I don't care about having unpopular opinions. But the newcomers in Smash 4 were far more interesting than the ones in Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate at times just felt like whichever company bids the highest gets their character in Smash. I also felt Nintendo way over-relied on Smash Ultimate. Like, how long was a speculation? What, 3 years? I think the expansion pack's better. I don't know if it's worth getting yet. I really don't like the drip feed thing. We waited like, what, 2 months for just the Mario Advance games? Like, this is something that should be updated every week. Hell, even every 2 weeks. I think the Switch is on its way out, though. Cody says that it's not, but Cody says if you care about Xbox or PlayStation at all, you're not a gamer. Alright. Just spring into action. This was really easy to do. I've had Joy-Con repairs and, shell swaps that are a little more involved, but this, super easy to do. Sometimes the springs don't go in all the way. I jinxed it. Okay, to get this perfectly, I'm just going to say this. This is the hardest repair I've ever done. This is the hardest Switch customization I've ever done. Oh wow, would you look at that? The minute I said it, I reverse jinxed it. I'm going to put in the other Hall Effect analog stick. I guess you can really do this in any order you want. Just in terms of putting in the analog sticks, I'll usually do that before doing that part, but it doesn't matter in that case. Yes, customizing the front plate is going to be more difficult. That's why I don't do it. I just do the backplate. Although that is something that I really haven't done customization wise. I just don't feel the need to. I did customize a backplate for the original Switch I had since we did a partnership for the the Splatoon 3 Joy-Cons, Pro Controller, and backplate. Games like Super Mario or Mario Party Superstars, as long as it's at a good price, I'm fine with it. Not all games need to have a ton of content, but at the same time, there has to be an ample amount for the price. Now, I said I was doing these for T&D, and it just reminded me. He has been sending me memes of Sid the Science Kid since the beginning of the month, or last month. And I wanted to ask you guys, have you seen the show, and what did you think of it? Because I think the memes are hilarious. The voice acting is just great. The theme song, dances, and character designs. It's all you need to remember. He had a movie? I did not know about that. $70 for Tears of the Kingdom. Well, at least it's not $70 for Pokemon, which is good. Well, it's all digital puppetry, as they call it. You know what else was? Donkey Kong Country, the Crystal Coconut. Got any banana cream pie? It was just Sid's microphone. Quality app there. Just get the battery, put that in place. This one, it doesn't always snap into place when it comes to reclosing the shell and everything, mainly because of the antenna. But the good news is we can test out the battery and see the LED, if it's working or not. It needs to be a little put in tighter. There we go. Alright, so a good idea is just to lift this up just a little bit so you can tuck that under. Now, you just get the jack button from this, put it into place. You only see the movie Diddy Kong for like, what, 10 seconds? Seems like a very Sonic fan thing to talk about. Oh, he doesn't have the eyes that are combined. I didn't even know Diddy Kong did to begin with. Where is a screw? Put this in. Okay, that antenna is sometimes a problem, so we gotta fix that. Alright, good to go. We're just going to use the Phillips head screws, and we are almost done. Okay, there's a pretty big difference between Chris Pratt as Mario and something like the quills on Sonic. One's a voice for a character that's had an established voice actor for over 3 decades, and the other one is like, oh, quills. I would say both are valid, but at the same time, one's a bit it's kind of silly. Alright, this one seems like the screw might just take a little, or nope. Pizza Tower is really fun, but I don't like playing games on my laptop. If Gilbert Gottfried was still alive, he would be perfect for Cranky Kong, but I think it was fine. I didn't like Chris Pratt as Mario much either. I thought it was fine, serviceable, but get Charles Martinet. Oh, Mario Strikers turns 10 or a year old next week. Time to beat a dead horse once again. I feel in that case, yeah, people were not, or they were getting annoyed about the complaints being so-called repetitive. But in the case of Pokemon, it's just butthurt fanboys. There were quite a few people who left the channel because I started criticizing Pokemon. So she knows about a few of them. I can't believe he called Pokemon a disgrace when actual disgraces like Pac-Man 2600 exist. I'd pay Nintendo for the games I want on it. That's how the Virtual Console works, right? Alright, just gotta prop this up. Tripod fell a little bit, but that is okay. And we're done! Petey the parrot is going to be so happy. Look at that. Just get this to stay up. I need a new tripod. This one is not very good. Oh, you're in a traffic jam in Toronto. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I hope you're not in traffic too long, but I went to Toronto in December and I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to go back. But let's take a look at this compared to the Super Famicom controller. You can bring out the console too. You could see that the design of it is just incredible. Look at that. I don't remember when Nintendo announced the 3DS eShop opened up. I remember when it closed though. But having problems with the zoom, but just fix it. I think this is good. Okay, finally. Nope. Yeah, this tripod is a piece of garbage, but I will hopefully get a new one. Look at that. See, the controllers are just incredible. But yeah, if you want to mod your Switch, there are so many possibilities for customization. I'm going to try to put up the tripod one more time. This one seems to be having a problem, or one of the legs. Alright, that should be good for now. But you can get a pretty good look at it now. So if you want to customize your Joy-Cons, a lot of possibilities like these extreme green ones. And the only unfortunate part about this is these are not going to be mine. These are going to T&D. But he's going to be very happy. But the analog sticks feeling really solid. So yeah, these are not going to drift. And I gotta say, if it's like $20 more, sometimes $30 for the analog sticks, it is worth it. I could see myself exclusively using these for my Switch. But yeah, before we go, how would you guys customize your Switch? I would say Scarlet and Violet was more ambitious, but it was broken. I don't like either of them. Can I just say let's go? Super Donkey Kong 2. Should probably do that. That'd be cool. But yeah, if you want to customize your Switch or any controllers, Extreme Rate sells all kinds of shells, many different designs and colors, and you can use the code DEMEECH at their store to get a discount. And as you can see, it's very easy to customize your Joy-Cons. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and keep calm and da-don.